Ignition sequence starts. 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1, 0. Liftoff. We have a liftoff.
Hey everybody, this is the Digital Asset Investor, and I got both of my sons out of my hair today. I've got one that's at somebody's house playing in the pool, and I got one that's at his workout, baseball workouts. So I've got it all to myself right now. Wanted to show you this, the Big Short investor. This is that guy, I'm drawing a blank on his name. Remember the movie The Big Short? We've talked about it a lot on this channel because I think crypto is the big short. But this guy is saying a Fed could reverse rate hikes in a bullwhip effect. Now, I believe that this is something that's a real possibility because I think you could easily see these guys either halt or reverse this thing right quick. And if you do, it won't matter what, it probably won't matter what you're invested in, but crypto especially will go up fast, I believe. So keep your eye on this. I thought this was an interesting comment, a bullwhip effect. Now, what I'm doing right now, I told you I was going to keep reminding you, I'm buying these as often as I can while we're in this pullback. Tens, if not hundreds of trillions of dollars will be in this market in the coming years. XRP, XLM, ADA, IOTA, Algo, Quan, XDC, Theta, VET, HBAR, CELO, SOL. Now, this is the only one I'm not too enthusiastic about because of the recent problems. The reason it's on my radar is because Greg Kidd a while back had brought it up as being something he was interested in. That keeps it on my radar. There are others, but this is my core list right here, folks. I bought this morning, I think I bought some Algorand and some XDC, but these are the ones I think are going to be a part of the major infrastructure of this whole thing. And remember, the value is in the protocol. Okay, so then let's look at this. And I wrote here, while retail crypto has been, I believe we've been watching one giant sandbox with Bitcoin and Ethereum and proof of work. While retail crypto has been playing in the proof of work Bitcoin Ethereum baby pool, the adults have been swimming in the deep end of the big boy pool. Get ready. These are all of the different projects that this was put out by the BIS, which is the central bank of central banks. These are all the test projects they've been doing on CBDCs, okay? And they put this out the other day. So I want to remind you, when we talk about the big boys, the adults, we are referencing Ripple and Circle and Stellar. Remember when Brad Garlinghouse just last week said that he had been invited to a panel or to a CBDC forum or whatever? Well, it was called the .0 Forum. Look at the first guy that was there speaking, Augustin Carstens, who is the general manager of the BIS, the central bank of central banks, folks, okay? And you had other central bankers there, and you had Brad Garlinghouse there. You had CZ Binance there. This is what the adults have been doing. Speaking of adults, Brad Garlinghouse, the last mile, okay? That's a good thumbnail right there. You know what we got to do? The bullwhip effect is a great thumbnail. Bullwhip, I'm writing this down. And the last mile is a good part of the thumbnail. Listen to this. This is Brad Garlinghouse.
And then the second part of the question is how do we help? And I think being the bridge between the traditional finance and the crypto economy is important, and you do it in partnership with local regulators by getting licensed, by making sure you follow all the basic things like KYC, AML, and sanctions, and you do not allow illicit activity on your platform, and you educate the consumer about any potential risks that are involved in if using the product.
I'll comment on that.
The third question.
The third question and the second question. Very, very quickly on the third question. It strikes me that one of the great things about what's happening is we're in the same way the internet made the world more flat, and the last mile access to information, the ability to access information became ubiquitous and anywhere around the world. And I think that the last mile here, and I agree with what Chris said, I think the last mile here also, assuming you have connectivity, is easier to solve, which is, I think, a very, very good thing for the industry. The second question on what does a good regulator look like, they don't wear jeans on stage. Sorry. No, I'm kidding. I'm kidding, of course. And we were joking backstage before I got up here. Isn't it interesting that Chris and I came wearing a suit and tie and the regulators were a little more casual?
This is the path to licensing.
This may not be the smartest path to licensing. No, look, I think the answer to the question, in my opinion, is clarity and efficiency of engagement. Like, there's some countries where I feel like they've outlined rules and then you engage and it takes a long time, lethargic, or which words do we use? Considerate, thorough, which can take a long time. Look, I really deeply believe the vast majority of people acting in the crypto market want to be good actors, and they want to engage with government, and they want to engage in an efficient way. So clear rules of the road, clear engagement models, and some reasonable efficiency in that engagement for the speed at which you get answers to the questions and they go back and forth.
So that was from the .0 forum over there in Switzerland. Just in, Bank of America says blockchain technology and the cryptocurrency ecosystems are here to stay. You better believe they are. Now, this is Eric Schmidt. I don't think he's with Google now. I think he was with Google. I don't know if he still is or not. But anyway, they're asking him about Web3, and he makes it very clear here that proof of work doesn't work. That's my translation.
And then finally, wanted to get your thoughts on crypto and Web3, if you will, especially given the fact that valuations, the prices of, especially of crypto, have come down, how that changes or doesn't change the equation. And I know Web3 may be considered a different thing than crypto. I know we sort of converge these things.
Again, these are marketing terms, but if you assume that Web3 was 10 times overhyped and it's corrected 5 times, it's got some more to go.
It's got some more to go. And therefore,
look, the Web3 vision is correct. The technology to make it happen needs to get built. Here's an example. Ethereum goes to crazy prices with 1 million transactions a day.
When it doesn't work. Well, let me go back.
That's incredibly slow. It needs to get rebuilt.
Listen to that again.
Technology to make it happen needs to get built. Here's an example. Ethereum goes to crazy prices with 1 million transactions a day. That's incredibly slow. It needs to get rebuilt.
Exactly. No, actually, it doesn't need to be rebuilt. There's already technologies that are 10,000 times better than Ethereum and Bitcoin, and they all know it. Just in, according to CoinDesk, Korea, Do Kwon's Terraform Labs has 3.6 billion in UST and USDT that might have been used for price manipulation and money laundering. Ooh. This could get interesting. Reminder, today at 2 p.m. Eastern Time, John Deaton is going to be on Charles Payne's show on Fox Business. Let's all watch that and support John. Blockchain fintech firm Polysign. Well, let me say it the right way. Polysign. The reason that we have to whisper Polysign is because it's one of the most secretive custody projects in all of crypto. They even hired people where they had to have security clearances. And so on this channel, we try to whisper about Polysign. All right. So they've raised 53 million. So it looks like this is yet one more company who is trending while everybody else is dying on the vine. All right. And then we have this. Jeremy Allaire was on with Liz Clayman on Fox Business. Now, folks, ever since the Luna thing, this is not a coincidence, ever since the Luna collapse, Jeremy Allaire has been on a victory lap. And they always tee him up on these channels and about these other stable coins that people don't trust. And then he talks about how great his is. Here, they're teeing up Now they're teeing up Tether, folks. Listen to this, if I can get it to play.
Crypto solidly in the red. As the stability of the crypto market further deteriorates, hedge funds have turned their eye to shorting Tether. Tether, of course.
They are. Hedge funds are now shorting Tether en masse. Now think about this for a minute, folks. This could be, let me write that down. The greatest short, we talked about the big short, the greatest short. This, I was talking to somebody on the phone about this today. Tether could be the greatest short in the history of shorts, and here's why. It's a stable coin. So let's run through this my thought process here. I mean, I was sitting here considering doing it myself. I don't even short things, but I was considering looking into it because this is a stable coin, which is designed to be stable. So in other words, if someone went and decided to short Tether, and we've seen that a stable coin can collapse from Luna, but it's not going to go up because it's designed to be stable. So, and these people aren't going to let it go up, are they? So if someone came along and short Tether, where's your downside? It can only go, it's only going to say stable or collapse. It's one of those two, is it not? Am I crazy here? So for that reason, it might be the greatest short opportunity in the history of great short opportunities, because look, when somebody's not being transparent, and I'm not saying that the people at Tether are up to anything bad. I'm just saying they haven't been willing to, I don't think they've been willing to show what it is that they're invested in to make this thing stable. And in this environment, I just want to know, does anyone know an easy way to short it? Now, here's a great video. This is another clip from Tim Draper. He makes an excellent point here. Listen to this.
I mean, the simple thing to do, go set up a Coinbase account and go, put some money into it and then buy some Bitcoin. That's one way to do it. Another way to do it kind of gives you the whole feeling that I get, which is go buy a ledger or one of these like USB things. Plug it in, download some cryptocurrency, Bitcoin or whatever else you want to download, and then pull it off, and then look at it, and then look up at that big bank building with all those fancy people with their suits on that are using your money, and look back at your USB kind of ledger thing here, and then look back at that bank, and realize that you are going to have complete control over your money, and you're not going to be throwing it into a bank where it gets manipulated and moved and whatever happens to it and run on or politically whipped or whatever. And suddenly you've got your money. And if you want to take that money to another country, you take it down. You plug that thing in, you take it right down. It's so simple and it's free.
Exactly, folks. I'm using a Ledger Nano S, and you can too. I'll put the link to this in the top of the description. There's no better sales pitch than what he just gave for why to buy a Ledger Nano S. Now, check this out. From XRP Diamonds to the Sky, one of my investments, XDC Network, integrates with Global ID. That's Greg Kidd's firm. Same Greg Kidd who was one of the first 10 guys at Ripple. This guy is no dummy. I'm the digital asset investor. I'm not an investment advisor. This is for entertainment purposes only. Please subscribe, hit the like button, and tell your friends and family that XDC just integrated with Global ID. Thanks.